This schooner is a Gloucester fishing schooner built in 1924. Moments. Right now, as you can see, they are putting up the main sail of the StarPilot. The top beam that you see is called the gaff boom. The bottom beam is called the main boom. They're now attaching the bottom of the sail to the main. Getting back to the main boom here. There it is. The top of the sail will be attached to the gaff boom. The gaff boom goes up the throat, which is the main mast. It is pulled up by blocks and tackles all the way up to the top, which is approximately 130 feet into the air. We are now at midships of the StarPilot, looking over the boat, going back to the stern, now back to midships. We are now looking at the aft portion of the foremast. As you can see, the foresail, if that's what it truly is called, is presently attached only to the gaff. I guess that would be called the foregaff. And there's the foremast. It's also called the throat. The gaff will be raised up the foremast all the way up to the top of the foremast, which is a little bit shorter than the mainmast. Coming down, you see like ladders. These are called shrouds and ratlings. The ratlings are what you step on, and the shrouds are what they are attached to. The purpose of the shrouds, as you see, they go down to the edge of the boat, and they provide structural support on either side of the mast, so to speak, to keep the mast from falling over. Okay, back to the deck. The forward hatch goes down to the bottom of the deck. Now we're going up to the front of the boat and up out the bowsprit. We'll zoom in on the bowsprit here. There it is. We'll go up the bowsprit stay. Holds the foremast. Gives it structural support. There it is, all the way up to the top of the foremast. I have to open the other eye to make sure where I'm going. Now what you see here is a piece of wire rope that's being parceled and served. What that means is they take a steel cable and they first wrap it in cotton and then twine and then hot tar it to protect the steel cable from rust. Here we are with a close-up of the mast hoops. The mast hoops hold the sail onto the throat, which is also called the mast. And when the sail is raised up, those mast hoops will spread out. There in the center, let's see if we can zoom in on the rocker arm. A little crank hooks up to the rocker arm there, and you rock it up and down. When you rock it up and down, it turns the winch that you see to raise the, they call the jibs, I think. You have to walk out on the foremast, I mean on the bowsprit there, and you can see, just walk right out on that bowsprit there, or you can walk along the bottom here, or along inside that net. The net is a great place to sleep. It's like a little hammock. We're now looking at the starboard portion of the starboard side of the StarPilot. And there's the Miss Piggy, I believe it's called. Very, very heavy fiberglass dinghy. And we'll also get a dinghy which will go on the port side of the boat, right over there. That dinghy is a dinghy from the Bounty, the HMS Bounty, used in the filming of the movie Mutiny on the Bounty. Okay, back to this little object here. Zoom in on that a little bit. The This is a block. These blocks are found all over the boat, and they're pulleys. They're used to gain mechanical advantage for the raising and lowering of sails. Let's see if we can find some more blocks. There's a couple there attached to the gaff boom of the foremast. There's one there. What you see there, this is called a baggy wrinkle. A baggy wrinkle is kind of a furry piece of rope used to prevent sail chafing. Okay, we'll go on up and see if we can find some more blocks here. There's a block there. Another baggy wrinkle. Another baggy wrinkle. All the way up the mast. All the way up the mast. And no more blocks. Over here we have the radar. Helps to tell where we're going. Back down, we're now on the main mast. Here we have a block there. Going down, pilot. And one of the soles of the ship itself is the block. Here's a close-up of a block to get that new shape. Now what Celtic John, who's doing most of the block rehabilitation, does is strip off all the paint. He takes the blocks apart, the little spacers there between the main thing, and rebuilds them, puts them in shape, paints them. What we're going to do now is we're going to walk down the forward hatch, right here, of the StarPilot, and go down and look inside. Okay, now here we are after we come down these steps here at the forward hatch. There you see the forward mast there. We'll walk up to the front of the boat here. Up, we'll walk up forward, the stern of the boat. West systems there to epoxy resin to patch seams and whatever. These will all be scraped down and painted. Okay, here we go forward. And this is the forward head that we're looking at now. Bunk over here, over on the port side. And another bunk over here on... Okay. And we'll go... Okay. Here we are looking at the head. The lever down there on the bottom. Let's see if I can put my foot on it. Push this down here. And you can see down in the toilet there. Take this lever here and you move it back and forth. See, that's how you flush the toilet on a boat. On a boat, the toilet is called the head. Here's looking up at some of the beam work here. We're up here in the very stern, rather the bow of StarPilot. See all the way up front there, in front of the boat. Okay, here we are looking aft down the port hallway, which is the left side of the boat. Looking over here real slowly, we'll see that we're coming to the galley. There's the reefer over there. Sink, dishes. Now we'll take a walk down the port hallway here. Electrical closet right there. We'll go down the port hallway. Now we're looking over at the starboard side of the main saloon. Bunked over at the starboard side, all the way back, part of the saloon here, aft part of the saloon, down the aft hallway. You go that little hallway and go up the boat. Here we are on the port side of the saloon. Back to the main table in the saloon. Okay, here we are looking from the aft portion of the saloon. Over there on the right, that door you see over there is the entrance to the engine room. Okay, now we'll looking at the starboard bunks again, and we'll just move right around back over here. And looking up the stairs, go back on deck. These are the aft stairs. This is a picture of Norm Paulson on the left and Carl Malden on the right. They did the remake of the movie Captain's Courageous on this boat. Moving over here, we see a picture of Jacques Cousteau's son, and I believe a vessel called the Invader that Norm and Patty ran. Okay, here's a picture of the schooner Pilot under sail and the Blue Nose under sail. Depending on who comes on board is who we tell which one is first. But I think in reality the StarPilot is second there. There's a picture of the StarPilot under sail. Beautiful, beautiful boat. This is Danish John's room. The radio, radar. This is the aft head. Goes out that little thing, down around, and then out over the side. Up the deck hatch again. This section of the boat is called the lazarette. There's the rudder. Hi Meadow, and Summer, and Eve, and everybody in Alaska. This is Rich, and this is the engine room of the StarPilot. This is the big huge panel where we make the DC electricity with this generator over here, which is a 5 kilowatt generator, DC generator, and this generator over here, which is a 10 kilowatt DC generator. And the juice from the electricity goes into this big panel here, and we turn these big black knobs up here till we get the voltage right, and then the voltage goes down and charges these batteries here. And this is all these batteries go from here all the way over to the other side of the engine room over there, and that's a big 110 volt battery bank. And then looking at the panel over there, this is a DC panel put in by the Navy in 1943, and John can zoom in on this tag here. You can see it there. Okay, that's good. Stop. Again, over here, this gray box up here is a DC to AC motor generator. The DC turns the motor, and the motor turns the generator, which makes AC. Then back here are the two engines. These big green things are the two big diesel engines. 6-110 diesel engines, about 250 horsepower apiece. Right here, I'm standing in the shower. See our shower? This is where I take a shower at night. And up here are two more DC to AC generators. Right here, see? And over here is a boiler that heats up the boat. It's like hot water heat in a house. And you can look down here and get a picture of the prop shaft. That is the prop shaft and the bilge pump. And we'll just go ahead and talk till the motor runs, till the tape runs out. And this is